Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Zoe, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about 5 books every young lady should read. If you're interested, stay tuned, and if you're not interested, stay tuned, because I promise you'll be interested halfway through the video. So let's get into it. Okay, you guys, I feel like so many people don't know the importance of reading or reading for leisure. I used to be one of those people. I always promised myself that I'll start reading, and I never did until literally this year. And I've read so many books this year. I'm even super surprised because I literally just started reading for leisure this year. But yes, it's so important, and I'm actually so happy that I started reading because you guys, you don't understand like the amount of keys that are in books. Like, it's never a lie that they said that all knowledge is hidden in books, but I just really love the fact that somebody has experienced life and made mistakes and did a whole bunch of things and put it into a book so that we don't make the same mistakes, or so that we change our perspective on some things. Like, I love that so much because I actually made my YouTube to talk about things that I should have done better, and things that I wouldn't want anybody else to do, and things that my baby girls should be doing. So this video is just to encourage you to start reading. Even if you don't want to read any of the books in the video, find a genre that you like, or actually like anything that you like. I'm sure there's so many books like fantasy, romance, like self-help, self-development, Christian, so many genres. So just give it a try. I promise you'll love it. You can read on your phone. Like, there's so many free PDFs. If you just Google the book and PDF, you find the PDF. You can listen to audiobooks, and yeah, you can actually buy physical books too, which is amazing, and it helps me relax. I love reading because it just helps you relax and release stress and just take your mind off everything that's happening around you and focus on the book. So yeah, you guys, let's get into my book suggestions. Okay, my first book suggestion would be the Bible. Guys, I promise, I think it's really important for everybody to read the Bible on their own, like not with a devotional or like, I don't know, but just read it for yourself and get the message for yourself. That literally helped me and changed me so much. Like, it changed my mindset on so many things, and it was just, it's so different, like Bible stories and the actual Bible, because you hear like an actual story, you hear different versions of the story. I mean, the moral of the story is there, but like they say it in different ways. But when you read the Bible for yourself, you get to know the stories for yourself and how you understand it, and it's so amazing. My favorite story would definitely be the story of Joseph. I actually love that story so much, and I was shook when I was reading it. Y'all, the Bible can be such a page turner, but that's beside the point. The story of Joseph, it taught me so much, but what I mostly got from it was how everything works out for the greater good, and how it's so important to forgive people that wrong us. I'm personally working on that, a work in progress, but that story definitely changed my perspective on how I should go about things in my life. So yes, I really encourage everybody, especially Christians, to just read the Bible. You can start with one chapter a day or 2 chapters a day. It will literally take you less than 15 minutes. Well, I'm not sure how fast you read, but yeah, just dedicate yourself to doing that every morning, and I promise you experience things from a different two book would be Sacred Woman by Queen Ifwa. Guys, that book is so good. Like, it's so long though. It's a long book, won't lie. But the gems in that book are so amazing. Queen Ifwa is actually a renowned natural health expert, and she specializes in women's health. And guys, the gem she dropped in this book, like, it literally goes with the title Sacred Woman. I'll actually buy a copy of that book for my daughters. Like, she really does hammer on how sacred women are and how precious we are, and just how we should be very careful of everything that happens to us, like the things we allow in our space, I would say. And one thing I really got from the book is how important forgiveness is, once again, and how important and how much of an effect relationships have on us. She really went in on the fact that, like, and not everybody should have access to you. Like, you're a gem, and the people that do have access to you have an effect on you, so you have to be very careful about that. And she also talked about how important it is to let our elders and our family members in when we are dating, having them meet our boyfriends and everything. And I really love that too, because most of the time our parents do look, well, it doesn't have to be, I don't know people's relationships with their parents, but just any elder that you trust, have them meet your boyfriend, quote unquote. Yeah, there's so much that she goes in about. She also talked about sisterhood. She also talked about women's health in general. I just really love that book, and there's so many gems. Maybe one day I'll go into specific points that I got from it. But you guys, a very beautiful book. I encourage everybody to read it, mother, daughter. It's amazing. So let's go to the next one. Okay guys, my next suggestion is The Four Agreements. I forgot who it's by, but I'll put it in the description or on the screen. Guys, I feel like I'm getting hype about every book, because like the books on this list are lit. Okay guys, The Four Agreements is such a good book. I love reading books that I see everybody suggest. Like, if I see people suggest a book like 5 times or 6 times, and I'll be like, okay, let me see like what the hype is about. And guys, this book is worth all the freaking hype. Like, The Four Agreements is such a good book, and it goes straight to the point about everything. There's basically 4 laws that the author talks about, and one of them was leave no room for assumption. He basically goes on about how we should be straight to the point with people and just leave no room for assumption. Don't assume anything, rather ask questions, get to know what it really is, and that will benefit you in the long run. Another point that I loved from the book so much was how we shouldn't take anything personally. Like, y'all, when I read that, like, it causes us so much suffering when we take other people's actions and words personally, and it resonated with me so much because I tend to be a crybaby sometimes and internalize people's words and actions. But that book totally changed my perspective on life, I would say, and how it's important to not take anything personally. Another thing he talked about, guys, sorry, I'm talking too much. Another thing he talked about was the power of the tongue, and this book really changed my mindset on gossiping. Even though I be indulging a little bit, I ain't gonna lie, I be indulging, but I try my hardest not to gossip. But The words that we put out are very powerful, and as we say negative things about people, it does have an effect on us, to be honest. I don't know whether you realize, but like when you uplift your friend or your family member, you feel so happy. It's literally the same when you talk negatively about somebody. It does come with negative emotions and things like that. So I just encourage you to check that book out for yourself. It's definitely a life-changing book, one of my favorite books ever. I think I have to go back and read it, but yeah. So my fourth suggestion would be why men love beaches. Like, guys, don't even pay the title no mind, because that book is gold. It is gold, I promise you. Actually, my mentor told me to read it because I can kind of be like a nice girl. I tend to be a nice girl sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, he advised me to read it, and I didn't even end up reading it till months later. But guys, that book is such a gem. It is liquid. It's book gold. Okay, like it is book gold. She basically goes, what I've actually realized about books like that, they really center around confidence, like building your confidence, building your self-esteem, so that you can actually go for what you want in this life. And with what I got from the title, Why Men Love Bitches, it was kind of like you have to stand your ground. Like, you can't be afraid to, say what you want to say. Don't be timid. Like, stand your ground. Like, stand on your standards. Like, when it's necessary, be a bitch. Like, be a bitch when it's necessary, cause Charlie. But yeah, the book really goes into confidence, and if you are having problems with confidence, I would definitely tell you to read that book or suggest that book, because it's amazing. So okay, you guys, so my last book suggestion is The Richest Man in Babylon. I also don't know the author. I have to check. I'll put it there, but I read this book a while ago, and it is so amazing. There's a lot of financial books, to be honest, but this book just goes straight to the point and gives you the keys. Like, I love books like that don't beat around the bush. It's honestly one of my favorite books about money. I haven't read Smart Money Woman. I heard it's good, but this book is a classic. Go and ask any financial mogul that you know, and they will tell you. And it's literally one of the oldest and the best books about wealth that you can find. So I want all my girlies to read that book so that we just be more financially literate. I just had to add a money book to the 5 books. So guys, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I can't wait to see you in my next one, and please drop your book suggestions below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.